Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I know it's the last day after the party and the first session in the morning. And I don't believe it. Full house, full house. Okay, it's my responsibility now. Okay. My name is Waldemar Pera. Yeah, it's Waldemar. I'm born in Uruguay. It's not Waldemar. I know this is the right pronunciation. And my surname is from Italy. So it's natural for Uruguay, mixed from everywhere. Yeah, Spain, Italy. The name is taken from my father that delivered to my grandmother, I don't know where. Don't ask us. Okay, my name is Waldemar Pera, working in VMware. My official role is Virtual Cloud Solution Engineering. I'm working in Latam, cover Latam, Latin America. And of course, hablo español, para algunos. And also working like lead network and security architecture to my team. Yeah? What is the idea today? Usually, because I'm born in Uruguay, you do everything in the IT. But normally, I am network and security guy. And now talking about Kubernetes. And Kubernetes, usually for us, is something strange. Nice. Taking my memories when the people talking long years ago, VMware, no, it's not my concern. And now you involved in VMware because it's necessary. I started to see my first time in VMware because I see a virtual switch in the hypervisor. This is a networking thing, it's my thing. I started measuring there. And the same is Kubernetes. It's no strange. You need working around network and security in this stuff. And who knows the best skill for network security? The network security guys. You. Let's go. If somebody speak Spanish, because I know a lot material information in English, that guys is amazing work. Thanks to Hispano is a YouTube channel. Starting with the EMEA people here, but cross the Atlantic with the Latin America people. And you have a lot meetups, recording, of course, lives. So if something in Spain or speak Spanish, good source for you. And this session is starting because I am very active VMAC speaker in Latam. And starting with the guys in Argentina, told me, okay, Waldemar, we need talking about AVI for Kubernetes. Okay, we're starting with that session. But the people like it too much. So there will be a second session expands beyond AVI, or formerly NSX, Advanced Load Balancer, to include other stuff in the portfolio of VMware in the same. We do the idea, say, if the people like it, maybe, for other people like it. You are the test. Okay. It's a log content. So I try keep slowly. It's my effort. My tendency is talk too much quickly. It's not bad. And part the discussion into this and the second session. Why? Because the risk is you have too much information. You have a room for the information, and then doesn't remember nothing. So doesn't matter. This is recording. You have information. I have this path. You need keep and keep. But you have the skill for network and security, skill remain. You need change the mindset for the tools, but not the skills. Starting first one, what is the networking? Yeah, Kubernetes has networking. Yes, of course, has networking, has security, has a lot of things and lot. But the environment is different. So the tools need, say, B2B difference. That is the change. And when you're thinking around the, the worker, the cluster, the ingress, come on. Yeah, it's true, we need starting, but try keeping simplicity. Try connect what you know in your past, and try to keep the model equivalent for this world. You try not create something completely new. No. It's connected with something you know in your past. So, starting to see, for example, the portfolio, the VMware around the Kubernetes. When you see that portfolio, you have a lot of things around network and security. And that is stuff is all focus. Yes, of course, exists another things, strange things with GitHub, Git clone, Git push, whatever, continuous delivery, continuous integration. Yeah, it's true. It's good to know because you need to know to extend, understood what is the requirement, for example, for the SecOps, because the Sec exists. But for us, for you, for me, that is the important thing. Starting for the first. Why is put everything tools in this ecosystem for Kubernetes? Where? Okay, believe me, NSX still is there. Why? Because if you're running Kubernetes in your on-premise, you need some infra. Always you need some infra. Nothing lives in the ethereal. Exists in some place. That you go to the public cloud, usually you don't know the infra exists, but don't you? But in the on-premise, it's your responsibility. And if they exist, it's possible to you connect with other things in my Kubernetes service. So, NSX is important? Yeah. Second one, you're starting talking about load balancer. Yeah, load balancer. Yeah, but the people say me ingress. Or the people talking about OpenShift is a router. Yes, no router, no IP, no. When they say ingress, route is a service load balancer. What is the difference? You have level 4, formally server load balancer in Kubernetes, or layer 7, ingress. So in the end, it's a load balancer. So NSX is advanced load balancer, or my friend Avi, for local and global balancer. And above, the question is how to connect that black box inside. You have the pods. You have networking inside the Kubernetes cluster, the CNI. Similar when you have switching and routing, you have something concept, not the same, but the concept. You have connectivity. And the Kubernetes exists as the Kubernetes networking interface to create that connectivity. That connectivity allows us, for example, to handle who talking with who, like network policy. Similar, like in NSX distributed firewall, handle the connection between VMs to VMs. Similar concept, different tool, but the concept is the same. And going above, it's possible creating something strange things. Thinking in the classic problem, I had 2 data centers, I need to extract the network, I think. But in the Kubernetes don't exist that concept. But for example, exists the cross-cluster connections. Maybe it's possible has an application who has some part of the application running on-premise, some part running AWS. Don't talk in Tanzu. This and the second session is Kubernetes flavor vanilla, no Tanzu. Tanzu is for all day. But it's possible combine in the same application different components running in different places. When you have that problem, the first problem for me, what is the connectivity? How connect my on-premise with my K8s, K8s, or whatever flavor for Kubernetes? So, Tanzu Service Mesh taking the help for you. First, you don't forward IP packets. You're routing, you forward URLs. Now is API, the leitmotif. And again, similar to distributed firewall, you handle layer 7 rules. It's possible to handle layer 7 rules in the API. Okay? Come on. This is my today focus. And this allocate each piece in my focus with different products. What is Antria? Antria is an open source project. Yeah. It's an open source project. Support, sponsored by VMware. But it's open source project. As is today, it's already in CNS, CF sandbox, so it's graduate project. And have combined tools, especially around the Open Virtual Switch. For people you know, Open Virtual Switch was created for Nisira people. Nisira people, if you go in the back, was the beginning, the NCX. So it's in the matrix for us, and has very good things, usually, compared, for example, for IP tables. in the case of the Kubernetes. So around IBS, taking another things are talking about security, not only connectivity basic, and low security, like a distributed firewall. I build this solution across every Kubernetes has. It's not only for on-premise, it's not only to vSphere. Yes, you need to go in detail some case for the public cloud, but it's possible use. Majority public cloud use it. And also, Windows Kubernetes, yeah. Antria is the scenario to Azure when you need Windows Kubernetes. Exists Windows Kubernetes. Yes, the major is Linux, but Windows is still there. And it's cross architecture. It's not only for the traditional Intel. No, you see, you have things, and you have NVIDIA because with the RDM and the age problem, the legacy Caswick project now, the VMware orchestrator, whatever, the project now is the same concept because what is delivered Kubernetes in the edge? You need the Kubernetes of the connection. And when you're starting to see what is included in Antria, you got a lot of tools. I feel no. First, is I have connectivity, I need IP. Is I need IP, I need delivered IP. It's not static IP like usually. It's more close to DHCP because in Kubernetes, the IP doesn't matter. IP is only the point to connect. The policy is above. It's not dependent on the infra. It's the high level. So you have the handle, IP address delivery. You have security, including right now the same concept in distributed firewall. You grow to the IDS, IPS, starting with IDS. Yeah, thinking any concept, you know, NSX distributed firewall, include TP, ATP, wherever, they war DIs fall in the same track for the Kubernetes. Right now, the network security, ready. IDS, in preview yet. And Go, you have translation, because with the P change everywhere, but I have a rule in my legacy firewall, handle to connect to the database is a VM, still, I need a single IP. I thought, okay, how handle this dynamic environment, but show what only face to external things. The same, the possibility to handle multi-connection, originally Kubernetes thinking one single connection for each pod. But when you go to, for example, to the telco, you have the management, the control, the user plane, you have multiple, or the more traditional, maybe you have, here, but remember the production and backup, whatever. Sometimes you need more connection. You have that option. And connect with other CNI with like multis for provide that. Troubleshooting includes flow IP fix. What? Yes. It's possible with Antria taking the flows and go to a flow collector. I see BRNI accept today. We still a little small part to connect that with the rest, but it's possible to still see what happened in the flows. If somebody see my before session about the first thing is see to connect. You can protect, you can see. You need first see. Visibility, that is included. And the last is the integration with NCX. Yeah, it's an open source project, yeah. But if you have NCX in the other side, it's possibility taking a connection and, for example, create NCX distributed firewall rule, including things, pods, the rules. The project has a lot of different, I don't go any deeper. The things, you have a control plane, you have data plane. It's handled, this control plane is that is connected with NSX to combine. NSX is only in that case control side, but the data plane is still here in Antria. And you have some concept with like pods. Other thing is the minimal running thing running in Kubernetes. Yeah, the people talking about Kubernetes like containers. Containers is inside the pods. A pod is inside the VM. VM is inside the In fact, yeah, you look in Mamushka, the Russian tools, and say, this is the abstraction, but stop it. You have the control. The details is necessary go, but first, still need in the mind the first clear concept. Concept first. Okay, what is the option? This is the more critical for us. The first, network policy, because it's the way to deliver similar concept and security firewall inside the Kubernetes pod. So you have control. You have this pod talk with this pod. Why? You don't nothing. Usually, every pod talk with every pod. So your organization in zero trust, you need to take in control of that. So it's the way to put my zero trust idea inside some black box like Kubernetes cluster, CNI, network policy. And the other side is go outside by itself the interconnection and see the cluster by itself, who handle connection, who connected to the cluster, who a lot other thing connection is still expanded with Andrea. Also, when you say you hit this Kubernetes and container pods running for everywhere, change the IP, but I need go to a database, it's a maybe virtual, and maybe physical. I have a classic firewall using IP, like a source to true. It's possible to create an egress source net connection. Doesn't matter the IP of the worker, doesn't matter the IP of the pod. In the external, outside the Kubernetes, you always see the same IP. And maybe this guy expand or reduce the number of the pods. Doesn't matter. You always see the same IP. So it's possible to combine my new Kubernetes cloud native application with my legacy application and infra. And still see, okay, I have the control. Let me more. Additional things. What is Andrea? And let me then explain in the second part about that. The ingress is necessary, a load balancer. And that load balancer, believe me to me, create a directly connection, see in the server pool each pod. And that's important because then in my second part explain, you have some restriction, especially when you try to keep the connection always against the same pod. Yeah? Normally when you use the sticky in the balancer, if you see some structure simplifying Kubernetes, create some mistake in that problem. But with Andrea and Abby, it's possible to see the health directly in each pod. To persist connection is necessary. And Andrea delivered that. And when you see in the big picture that it's possible, I say, combine. Is I am Kubernetes or up the go to my Kubernetes cluster. But maybe I deliver my infra and then combine, and repeat, it's not only Tanzu, this control. And above, it's possible to me, for me, network security, delivery policy, or among my control. It's my decision. It's possible that big picture cluster network policy handle for me, and let network policy inside the pod for developers, or let for the security guy. It's your decision in the organization, but you have flexibility for the option. In the end, that is important thing. Sorry for. It's a single glass idea to handle, doesn't matter, it's VMs or Kubernetes. That is the key. We need to try, it's not easy, but the only way to handle the security, especially the security in this today world, is try connect the thing and translate the same objectives for the security information when different tools adapt for each environment. These are some pictures when you see from NSX, the cluster, the pods, you see the namespace. It's not exactly but thinking right BRF. It's not exactly the same, but this split the same cluster Kubernetes. And you go to see in detail what is the members of the cluster the Kubernetes. It's possible to create NSX security groups, combines, pods, but you don't know the IP. What do you know the pod? Maybe the tag, similar to any security tag. Yeah. In the Kubernetes world, everything is a tag. In the public world, everything is a tag. In NSX, you have a tag. So what do you prefer? Classify object? Tags. And it's possible included maybe the pod name, wherever. And it's possible to create a trace flow. It's a black box. I don't know where it's running. I don't know who I create my DevOps team. But if I need a trace flow, it's possible to create, see the connection inside the pod. We are networking guy. We need see. When you see this concept, maybe this part, the network classic network policy, maybe you prefer deliver to developer. But you have this other external control for us, the infra people. The infra, when they say network infra people, yeah, you have control to the security team. Yeah, it's the same concept, not only for the pods, expand for other things, and especially for the security people. Remember, the same path I walk around VMs, starting to the pods. Right now, you have in Antria layer 7 policies already. Perfect. And now in test preview, the idea is why? Because preview. And then con the IPS and the rest. Yeah. Our path is thinking the same concept to Kubernetes. Of course, we have a second discussion in a few minutes. So, suppose if you like it, you remain. And repeat, si alguien habla español o castellano, también lo hablo, como les dije. Nací en Uruguay, vivo en Chile hace 11 años. I live in born in Uruguay, live in Chile the last 11 years, but I still remember my English sometimes with talking with you. Sorry, my mistakes. Taking. This is a mute, this introduction. So, what is key in this part 1? We need to start involving in the project of the Kubernetes. We are network and security people. It's no involvement today. Maybe tomorrow some people delivering a new application, and when the application has 1 million users running, I don't know what is the security. I don't know the troubleshooting for the good guys. If you know already prepared, we are in a big problem. It's the first step. Thank you. Is still reminder? Follow now the second part. Thank you.